Welcome to our channel, Money Simplified. Our last video was about the mindset of the poor people or the broke people. Today we're going to be talking about the mindset of the rich people and the wealthy people. So before we get into it, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, and comment down below your finance related questions and the favorite part of this video. So let's get into it.
Hi, welcome to our channel. Today's video is about how the rich people or the wealthy people think about the money, or the money mindset of the rich people. In last video we covered the point about how the broke minded people or the poor minded people think about the money. So if you don't watch that video, you can go back into our playlist and check that video out. I remember when I was in my early age, I usually think about why sometimes people get successful or some people get unsuccessful. Some people are rich and some people are poor. I do remember one article I read somewhere. It is called The Only Habits. In that article, the writer established the point: if you make the good habits, your future become good, and if you make bad habits, your future become bad. So what is habit? Habit is the mindset. When you keep doing one thing again and again, that thing become your habit, and that habit decide your future, whether you will be successful or not. So in this video, as we will be discussing about the mindset or the habits of the rich people, the first thing which I learned by reading a lot of books about the rich people, reading a lot of the biographies, watching a lot of the interviews, that the rich people have a money management skill. What is money management skill? Money management skill is they know how their money works, and they always track their money. The poor mindset people, they don't go online, check their bank statements. They go and check their credit card statements. Why? Because there is a negative emotion is attached with that. When they see the bank statements, there is a negative balance or overdraft balance or zero balance. When they see the credit card statements, they are all maxed out. So there always a negative emotion attached with that. In this way, they just leave the money management. They just leave the tracking of the money. But all the rich people always know how much money they have, how much expenses they get, and how to track that process to increase the money. You remember, always I say, until you don't know the money, you cannot grow the money. So the first thing which the rich minded people have is the money mindset or money management mindset. They know how to record their money, how to track their money, and how to grow them. The next thing is the saving. On this channel, again and again, we talk about the saving. Say, for the best book or the best reference I always give is The Richest Man of the Babylon, in which the writer said that you must keep 10% of your every month or every paycheck income as a saving, and use that saving for the investment, and use that saving to buy the assets which increase your income potential. So saving is very important. For the saving, you must know the art of budgeting. Every month, in the start of the month, you just account for all the expenses which you're gonna incur on that month. You account for all the incomes you're gonna receive by your salary, by your business income or anywhere, and then make the budget of the 90% of your total income. And during that month, track your expenses. You see and notice what are the expenses which are going over the budget, what are the under the budget, how you can improve the next month. So in this way, you earn, you can save the money. Remember, whenever we earn the money is supposed to be spent. Now it's up to you where you spend the money. You spend the money on the income, generating assets, or you spend the money on the expenses or the liabilities. The next thing, the next common money mindset which I see is the investing. You see, all the points are linked with each other. We started with the money management, we go to the saving. Now once you have a saving, so how to invest in it? A lot of time people think that investing is a very complex thing. People think that you have to be very well learned about the financial statements and all these things. I'll just give you an example. Who are the most successful business people right now in this world? Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. I cannot copy them. I cannot, might be don't have that much talent which they have. But what I can do, I invest in the business which they are doing. So I will get a part share from their business model, from their business genius, from their financial mindset. So always think the investing in this way. Investing is not a rocket science. You see in the market, you go outside, you see what things are more in the demand. You just go and buy the shares of that. Last time I gave the example, instead of buying every year a new iPhone, you should buy the shares of the iPhone. Instead of buying every day a Starbucks coffee, you should buy the share of the Starbucks. So in that way, you become the co-partner of all the big brands, all the big businesses, and that big businesses and that big brands every month, every quarter, every year, or by twice a year, depending upon how they pay the dividend, they're starting to pay with the money, the passive income, which you can generate to create more assets. And this cycle will break the vicious cycle of the poverty, and this cycle generate the prosperous cycle of the wealth. Our next point is learning. Now this is a very important point. I want to put some emphasis on that. A lot of time people think that people get rich just by the luck. I remember when I started my career, there were two persons who were working in my department with the same years of experience, with the same educational background. But one person was earning twice of that person. For example, one person was earning $1,000, the other person was earning $2,000. I just give an example. A lot of time I think about how it's possible. They were the same colleagues, started at the same time. They're working in the same department. More or less they get the education from the same university. But the earning potential of one person is double than the other person. I try and I started to understand the behavior and started to understand how the things are happening here. There I learned a very important concept is the value. When you're working somewhere, you're adding a value. So the more value you're adding, the more your income potential is. For example, if I'm going to work in an office or if I'm going to work for my own business, I have 24 hours. I cannot increase the number of hours in my life or in my work life. What I can increase is the value which I'm giving in those hours. I started my career, for example, I was earning $10 an hour. But with the passage of time, when my value addition is increased in my career, the value which I'm getting from my income is increased. Yeah. So a very beautiful quote is Jim Rohn. The best investment is the self-investment. And Jim Rohn says, if you invest in a business, you get money. If you invest in yourself, you get fortune. But a lot of the time, people ignore that. People ignore how to grow their mindset. People ignore how to grow their personality. People grow how to grow their knowledge. So if your knowledge, your personality, your mindset is not improving, your earning potential is not improving. So that's why the rich-minded people, whole of their life, keep learning. They always keep learning about the new things. They always keep learning about the new skills. They always keep learning. This is called the sharpening of the axe. A very beautiful quote again. Abraham Lincoln once said, if you give me 10 hours to chop down a tree, out of 10 hours, 8 hours I will spend on sharpening my axe. So this is how important your skills and value is. So the more you keep on learning, the more you keep on growing. Why? Because you add the value, because you add to contribute towards the businesses or the work which you are doing. And my last point is connected with this thing that is called adding the value. I remember the one book from the Stephen R. Covey, that Effective Habits of Successful People. He said that Successful people always go an extra mile. What does it mean? If I am paid to do this thing, a normal or the broke minded people or the average minded people will do only that thing. But the successful or the rich minded people always go do something extra. Always try to do something extra. This is called the value addition. So once you add your value, then you can improve your own personal value. If I'm an average person or average minded person, I always get the result is average. If I want to get an extraordinary result, I must be an extraordinary person. And this extraordinary person is whole around. It's not about only one thing. It's not about the professional life. It's not about the only thing which I'm doing is extraordinary. I have to work on each and every aspect of my life. My handshake should be extraordinary. My smile should be extraordinary. My dialogue delivery should be extraordinary. My dealing with the people should be extraordinary. I remember a quote somewhere, if you want to be a manager, first try to act like a manager. If you want to be a CEO, first try to act like a CEO. First like to think like a CEO. And then contribute towards that. Because once you start contributing, the universe, the power, the attraction, whatever you can say that, start giving you that thing. With any other reason, for example, with the lottery, with the inheritance, anything, if you get extra money, $1 million, $2 million, but you cannot sustain that thing. Why? Because you're not prepared for that. Because you don't have the necessary skills for that. So that's why learning and then contributing is the next factor. In this way, you can increase your value, you can increase your potential, and which eventually put you into the road of the wealth, which put you into the road of the prosperity. I hope so. This video was very informative for you. If you have any question regarding that or any other video you want to see in the future, you can put your comment in the comment box. Thank you very much.
So that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe, like this video, share it with your friends, comment down below your favorite part of this video and your finance related questions, and I'll meet you in the next one.